कपित्यजम्बू फलसारभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् ॐ वर्णनामर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारो वन्दे वाणी विनायको वन्दे वाणी विनायको वन्दे वाणी विनायको या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सदा रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। हे देवी माँ नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै माँ नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः। ॐ कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय। बोलो श्री आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। Devotees, I want you to continue to concentrate on Ma Devi and the same mantra, Om Namah Chandikayai. Those of you who are familiar with the Navakshar mantra, 9 syllabled, Om Hrim Srim Chandikayai Namah, you may chant that. We glorify Devi through a simple stotra, the Siddha Kunjika Stotram. Continue to concentrate. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah Sri Saraswatyai Namah. Shivuvach Shrunu Devi Pravakshyami Kunjika Stotam Uttamam Ena Manta Prabhavena Chandi Japha Shubho Bhavit Na Kavacham Na Algalastotram Kilakam Na Rahasyakam Na Suktam Na Pidhyanam Cha Na Nyasu Na Chavarchanam Kunjika Patha Matrena Durga Patha Phalam Labhet Ati Guhetaram Devi Deva Namapi Durlabham Gopaniyam Prayatnena Swayonir Iva Parvati Maranang Mohanang Vashyam Stambhanu Chartanadikam Patha Matrina Sansiddhet Kunjika Stutamuttamam Atha Mantraha Om Aing Hring Kling Chamundayai Bichi Om Glaum Hum Kling Jung Saha Jwalaya Jwalaya Jwal Jwal Prajwal Prajwal Aing Hring Kling Chamundayai Bichi Jwal Hang Sang Lang Shang Phat Swaha Iti Mantra. Om Namasya Ruddha Rupinyai Namasya Madhu Mardini Namah Kaita Baharinyai Namasya Mahishardini Namasya Shumbhantrai Cha Nishumbhasuraghatini जाग्रतम ही महादेवी जपम सिद्धम कुरुष्व मे। ऐंकारी सृष्टि रूपाय ह्रींकारी प्रतिपालिका क्लींकारी काम रूपिण्याय बीज रूपे नमोस्तुते। चामुंडा चंद्रघाती च जयकारी वरदायिनी बिच्चे चा भयदा नित्यम नमस्ते मंत्र रूपिणी। धाम धीम धूम धूर्जते पत्नी वाम वीम वूम वागधीश्वरी क्राम क्रीम क्रूम कालिका देवी शाम शीम शूम में शुभम कुरु। हूम हूम हूंकार रूपिण्याय जम 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 जम्भनादिनी भ्राम भ्रीम भ्रूम भैरवी भद्रे भवान्यै ते नमो नमः। अंकं चंग टंग तंग पंग यंग शंग वीं जूं ऐं वीं हंग क्षंग दिजाग्रम धिजाग्रम त्रुतय त्रुतय दीप्तम कुरु कुरु स्वाहा। पाम पीम पूम पार्वती पूर्णा खाम खीम खूम खेचरी तथा साम सीम सुम सप्तशती देव्या मंत्र सिद्धिं कुरुष्व मे। इदम तु कुंजिका स्तोत्रम मंत्र जागर्ति हेतवे अभक्ति नैव दातव्यम गोपितं रक्ष पार्वती। यस्तु कुंजिकया देवी हीनां सप्तशतीं पठेत् न तस्य जायते सिद्धिर रण्ये रुदनं यथा। इति श्री रुद्रयामले गौरी तंत्रे शिव पार्वती संवादे कुंजिका स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम। ओम तत्सत। नमस् चंडिकाय। Join me, devotees, as we glorify Ma. देवी भवानी जगत जननी मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी। देवी भवानी जगत जननी देवी भवानी जगत जननी मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी। मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी। देवी भवानी जगत जननी देवी भवानी जगत जननी। मंगलकारिणी कारुण्य रूपिणी मंगलकारिणी कारुण्य रूपिणी नारायणी देवी नारायणी हे नारायणी देवी नारायणी महिषमा मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी हे मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी। देवी भवानी जगत जननी देवी भवानी जगत जननी मंगलकारिणी कारुण्य रूपिणी मंगलकारिणी कारुण्य रूपिणी नारायणी देवी नारायणी हे नारायणी दुर्गा नारायणी हे नारायणी काली नारायणी हे नारायणी लक्ष्मी नारायणी नारायणी शारदा नारायणी महिषमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी महिषमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी देवी भवानी जगत जननी मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी देवी भवानी जगत जननी देवी भवानी जगत जननी देवी भवानी। बोली सियार शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। Devotees, we focus on Bhagwan Shankar. Simple Kirtanam, but it represents a journey that we're supposed to embark upon. It's not just glorifying Shivaji. So the Kirtan is very simple. We say Antar Jyoti Namo, Paramatma Jyoti Namo. So there is inner light, which is Atma. There is that all-powerful light, Paramatma, Bholinath, Bhagwan Shankar. Mama Jivan Jyot, that individual soul inside, that is part and parcel of that Paramatma Jyot. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. That Paramatma Jyot, Akhanda Jyot, indivisible without parts, pervades every single atom of creation. And if I visualize that, what I'm attempting to do is to come to that realization. I am one with Shivaji. I am one with him. If you focus intensely and intently, devotees, on your own personal journey, see how close you can get to this point of ecstasy by feeling that oneness with Bhagwan Shankar, if it is but for a short moment. Visualize Bholinath. Antar Jyoti Namo, Paramatma Jyoti Namo, Akhanda Jyoti Namo, Mama Jivan Jyoti Namo, Antarayami Namo, Jai Sadguru Shiva Namo, Antar Jyoti Namo, Paramatma Jyoti Namo, Antar Jyoti Namo, Paramatma Jyoti Namo, अखंड ज्योति नमो मम जीवन ज्योति नमो ये अखंड ज्योति नमो मम जीवन ज्योति नमो अंतरयामी नमो जय सद्गुरु शिव नमो अंतरयामी नमो जय सद्गुरु शिव नमो अंतर ज्योति नमो परमात्मा ज्योति नमो अखंड ज्योति नमो मम जीवन ज्योति नमो ये अखंड ज्योति नमो मम जीवन ज्योति नमो अंतरयामी नमो जय सद्गुरु शिव नमो अंतरयामी नमो जय सद्गुरु शिव नमो हे अंतर ज्योति नमो परमात्मा ज्योति नमो जीवन ज्योति नमो जय सद्गुरु शिव नमो पंचाक्षर मंत्र representing holiness, symbolizing holiness, Abhisavena. Pahi Mam, Raksha Mam Bholenath. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Raksha Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Raksha Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, रक्ष माम्। ओम नमः शिवाय, पाहि माम्। ओम नमः शिवाय, रक्ष माम्। बोले श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, Sri Shuji Maharaj, continuing his recitation of the Devi Bhagavat to Saunakji and those thousands of sages present in Naimisharanya. They who wanted to listen to the glories of Devi. Suji mentioned, O sages, Lord Vishnu once lost his head, and he was fitted with a horse head. So he came to be known as Haigriv. When the sages heard this, they were amazed, taken aback. And of course, as every one of us would want to know what caused this. How did this happen? What led up to Lord Vishnu losing his head and getting that horse head? Now, devotees, many of us may not know, but there is a form of Lord Vishnu with the horse head. It's called Haigriv. Haigriv. Now, we don't have too many pictures of that around, but that is one of the forms of Lord Vishnu. So the question was, or the question is at this point in time, how did this happen? Suji Maharaj, as any true teacher, would want to remove the doubts of his students, his disciples. And so without hesitation, he explained. Sisutuvach, Sinvantu Munaya Sarve, Savadhanang Samantataha, Charitang Deva Devasya, Vishnu Paramatejasaha, Kadachit Darunang Yuddham, Kritva Devha Sanatanaha, Das Barshahasrani, Parishrantu Janardanaha, Same Deshe Shubhe Sthane, Kritva Parm Asanang Vibhu, Avalabdham Danu Sadyam, Kantha Deshe Dharaschitam, Dathva Bharam Dhanushkotyang, Nidra Ma Parama Pratihi, Santatva Daiva Yogacha, Jatas Chatradi Nidritaha, Tada Kalena Kiyata, Devah Sarve Sava Savaha, Brahmesha Sahita Sarve, Yagyan Kartung Samudyataha, Gataha Sarveta Vaikuntham, Drashtum Devam Janardanam, Devakaryata Siddhyartam, Makhanam Adhipam Prabhu, Adishtvatang Tada Tatra, Gyana Drishtya Vilokyate, Yatrasya Bhagavan Vishnu, Jagat Mustaptra, Tada Suraha, Dadishustu, Tadeshanam, Yoga Nidavashangatam, Vichetanam, Vibhum Vishnu, Tatra Sanchakri Suraha, Chiteshu Sarvadeveshu, Nedrapstukti Jagatpatau, Chinta Mapuhu Suraha Sarve, Brahmarudra Purogamaha, Tanu Vashtata Shakraha, Kinkardam Surutamaha, Nidrabhanga Kathakaryam, Chinta Yantu Surautamaha, Tamuvashtara Shambhu, Nidrabhangestu Dushanam, Karyam Chaiva Prakatabyam, Yagyasya Surasatamaha, Utpadita Tada Vamri, Brahmana Parameshtina, Taya Bhakshetung Tatra, Tuneshugrang, Dharaschatam. Bhakshitegre Tada Nimnam, Gamishyati Sharasanam, Tada Nidra Vimukto Sau, Deva Devu Bhavishyati, Deva Karyam Tada Sarvam, Bhavishyati Na Sangshaya, Sabrahmi Sang Dideshatha, Deva Deva Sanatanam. Tamubach, Tada Vamri, Deva Deva Samapati. Devotees, So, Sri Suji Maharaj is saying, O sages, Lord Vishnu once was engaged in an intense battle with demonic forces. So we all know time and again when evil forces overrun the earth, the Lord, according to the Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata Abhyuthanam Adharmasya Tadatmanam Sajamyam Paritranaya Sadhunang Vinashaya Chadushkritam Dharma Sansthapanarthaya Shambhavami Yuge Yuge. The Lord says He takes manifestation from age to age. For what? Destroying evil forces, destroying adharma, unrighteousness, restoring righteousness. So Lord Vishnu, at the sustaining aspect of divinity, according to Hindu theology, He is called upon time and again to defeat evil forces. Now sometimes these evil forces are very, very powerful, these demonic forces. They perform intense tapasya, austerities, they acquire bardhan, boons, and they made themselves almost invincible. Lord Vishnu, time and again, had to manifest Himself. But in this particular instance, it is said, Sri Suji Maharaj is saying, the Lord was engaged in this battle for 10,000 of years. A long time. These demonic forces could not be overpowered. They always kept coming back. Lord Vishnu reached to the point of tiredness, as we say. So in this state of tiredness, what He did, Samedeshi Shubhisthani, Kritva Parmasanam Vibhu. He sought out a very level spot, a place where He would sit to more or less relax. Now He wouldn't lie down to relax. What He did, that place that is very level, even-mindedness. So we won't elaborate too much with my philosophy, but why a level spot? Even-mindedness is very important in life. And He's going to sit in a proper asana we call Padma Asana, lotus posture. So asana, posture, state of mind, equanimity, all these things tying together as we go along. Just note what it is. So devotees, Lord Vishnu sat in Padma Asana, the lotus posture. And as I have indicated time again, posture is very, very important. How we sit. You know, if I sit in devotion and I slouch, I create problems for myself. You see, devotees, just to put me digress for one moment. At the base of the spine, we have what is called the Muladhara Chakra, where resides Devi in the form of Kundalini. Now, many of us we have heard the Katha where Parvati Ma was in the cave, Ganesh was put to guard the cave, Lord Shiva wanted to go in, and you have the whole Katha where Lord Ganesh was beheaded and so on. All those Kathas, and I'm saying Kathas because if I say stories, people may misinterpret what I'm saying. But they are stories. They convey to us deep philosophy. Metaphysics, it applies to the body. That cave, devotees, is Muladhara Chakra. And that Shakti is Kundalini, present in every single person, infinite power, but it is dormant. Symbolized by a serpent, 3.5 coils with its tail in its mouth. Now once Kundalini is asleep, dormant, we are material-minded. We are worldly-minded. You cannot be spiritual-minded when Kundalini is asleep. So the objective in life is to awaken Kundalini. And you know, Shivratri night, they say it's the marriage of Shiva and Parvati. That is in the macrocosm. What it implies in the microcosm, individual here, it implies the awakening of Kundalini and emerging with Shiva, the pole of greatest awareness within the brain, coming to the point of non-duality. That's what Shivratri is supposed to be in the devotees. You know, sometimes we hear, Lord Shiva drank poison and poison came out of his ears and he threw water on top of his head to cool him down. I wear preschool stuff. You have to take it to deeper levels than that. So devotee, what I'm putting to you, all this, what we say here, apply to the individual, in every one of us. Now, Kundalini goes through what is called the middle passage. So there are, let's put it, 7 main chakras. As a matter of fact, let me mention, the body has 114 chakras. Chakra is a vortex of energy. So there are 114 energy centers. 2 outside of the body, 4 that we don't really use. So if you take 4 plus 2, 6 away from 114, you get 108. Have you ever asked yourself why we do japa 108 times? Why the number 108? Because there are these 108 energy centers within the body we try to activate. 108. Just one interpretation of the number 108. So devotees, this may come in later in the yag, so I'm putting it to the base of the spine. You have Muladhara chakra, the main chakras. In the pubic region, you have Swadhisthana chakra. The navel area, you have Manipur chakra. The heart area, Western book called the heart chakra. It is Anahat chakra. In the throat, you have Vishuddha chakra. Middle of the forehead, Agya chakra. And just above here, you have the Sahasrara chakra. Now, notice I say the truth, right? Vishuddha chakra. And high grieve. You know, grieve means truth. So this katha will have to do something in a metaphysical sense with what we call Vishuddha chakra. Now, I don't want to make it too difficult because you see, devotee, there is a problem. You cannot go and teach Einstein principle to a preschool child. Tell me if I'm wrong. So you have to take you up to different levels. My problem is just that whoever I deal with on a regular basis, we have been exposing them to all these teachings, but not everybody is exposed to it. So many are lost when I begin to mention this. You know, once of my godsons asked me, say, Guruji, we understand what you are saying, we are exposed to you. What about those who are not exposed to you? I couldn't help it. My only answer was that you get the kind of pandit you deserve. You get the kind of pandit you deserve. If you want to say preschool, you keep you preschool. But if you insist that you need to go higher levels, then he has to actually educate himself to go to higher levels. This is where the problem is. If the teacher is not up to that level, how could he teach it? Now you have, in this problem here, speaking of all these chakras and so on, and maybe many may not have heard of that. They don't know what is that. What is chakra? And all this is within you, in your body. There are 3 main channels of bioenergy, we call it, running from the Muladhara chakra right up to Agya chakra. 3 channels. One is the Iranari, Pinglanari, and Sushumna Nari. Sushumna Nari is the middle passage. Kundalini has to rise up the middle passage to go straight up to Shiva, if she is awakened. Now, you would have observed many people in various temples you go, and when devotion starts, they start to catch power. They jump like Kapu very high. They can't control themselves. People say, Kali come on them, Shakti come on them. You know what causes that? Kundalini was forced to be awakened, and she goes up the wrong channel. So you suffer the consequences. Don't tell me Kali come in you. People don't understand these concepts. If Kundalini is a serpent, if you obviously choke a snake and you awaken it aggressively, what it does it become very aggressive? So this is what they do. Knock drum, pull chain, a certain noise, and awaken Kundalini aggressively. What do you expect to happen? She is very aggressive, and you have this reaction. Now that tamasha people like. No. If you're doing it right and proper, Kundalini very gracefully, the serpent awakens and climbs up the middle passage. Sushumna Nari comes straight to the pole of greatest awareness in the brain. Shiva, Shiv Shakti. That is the marriage of Shiv Shakti in the human body. Okay, devotees? Now, all this started because I want to mention to you about posture. Animals, they'll horizontal. Kundalini rises vertically. So if you sit to perform devotion, etc., and you slouch and whatever, you're like a bend. You know, driving, and you come to a bend, you could fly off the cliff. To allow free passage of Kundalini, asana, posture is very essential. So Kundalini, if awakened, rises straight up, middle passage. But if you slouch and whatever, and Kundalini decides she's going to go up the passage of the sun, trouble take you. There was one person called Gopi Krishna. He got fever. 6 months fever. 6 months, intense fever. Nothing could cure it. Nope, nothing could cure it. You know what happened? They got a person who was well versed in Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini awoke up within him, unknowingly, but went out the channel of the sun. And when you go up that heat, fever, and he was roasting. The only way to help him was to bring that Kundalini down. All this is documented in the devotees. This is not story. These things happen. So many people, things happen to them. They say spirit come on them. You know, this happened to them. Devi come on them. Devotees, Kundalini, going up the wrong channel. You ever see some people eating and the belly never full? Glutton? Whatever faults you have, whatever weaknesses you have, if Kundalini goes up any of the wrong channel, these faults are amplified. This is why we keep telling people, don't play games with devotions. Asana is important how you sit, and don't try to choke the snake unnecessarily, because you suffer the consequences. But then people on their own, right? So devotees, you do what you expect. I am telling what the yogis tell us. Those of you who know the Shankaracharya, right? Even when he's not reading, sitting by himself, how does he sit? Perfectly erect. Perfectly erect, straight. Check all the yogis who do devotion. Every person is very erect. And check the devotees. All are retired. What do you expect to happen? So devotees, these things I'm putting to you, you don't normally hear these things. And I run the risk of antagonizing people. But if somebody doesn't tell you, how would you know? Okay? And I'm not talking by guess. Many may feel this is not important. Devotees, posture is very, very important. If you go to Ashtanga Yoga, you have 8 limbs of yoga. The first is Yam, then Niyam, then Asana. What is Yam? Yam, devotees, form of self-restraint. I won't elaborate, but you know, they tell you, Ahimsa Satyamasteyam, Brahmacharyam Dayarjavam, Chamadhriti Mitahara, Shaucham Cheti Yamadasha, self-restraint, Ahimsa, non-violence, Satyam, truthfulness, etc. And then positive virtues, Tapa Santosh Astikyam, Danam Devasya Pujanam, Siddhanta Sravanam Chaiva, Hrid Matisya Japahutam, basic preparation, control negativities, build positive attitudes, then asana, how you sit. All this preparation. If you control negative tendencies and so on, Kundalini is awakened, the negativities are not amplified because they don't exist. You have to undergo purificatory process. That is why, when last time I mentioned, when you're fasting and so on and so forth, it's not for Devi. It's to purify yourself, to discipline yourself, to keep that focus. So that if Mata really awakens, and she can be awakened at any time if you concentrate properly, you'll feel that ecstasy, you'll feel that thrill, time and again. Like I say, you know, if you put your hand in a 110 socket, you get revived, right? If you put a hand in 220, you're dead. So devotees, they're like energy. If you tap into that energy, come Kundalini is awakened, you get these symptoms. Not all the time, don't jump like Kapu. Right? You feel the vibrations. Sometimes it's momentarily. But you know then you tap into the energy. If you sit through a whole session of Yagya, you feel nothing at all. You didn't tap into any energy. You didn't tap into it. So everybody is why I keep saying you're on your own. Everybody on your own. Okay? So devotees, this is a whole long digression. This in itself, believe me, is a whole discourse. It could be a whole yag. But when we have limited time, I put it to you, you know what? I want you to understand that what you think you know, there's so much more to know. You haven't started to learn yet. None of us. There's so much to know. Learning is one thing. Experiencing is something otherwise. So devotees, every journey begins with one footstep. So the first thing is to create an awareness, which is what I'm trying to do. Right? Now, sometimes I run the risk of people hearing this thing, and then they pretend Kundalini wake up and they catch in power. If you pretend in a yag, you're going to backfire on you. Don't do that. Don't play games. Be genuine in your devotion. And I say especially Devi, the mother is a disciplinarian. You may get away by Papa, you know, you mightn't watch you tomorrow. You see Mama, she keeps a strict eye upon us. Strict eye, because she wants us to be the best. We don't play the fool at all with Devi's concerns. Those Kailak. You do so to your own detriment. So devotees, pay attention to that closely. So all this I mentioned to you, these are practices that we all have to carry out. So I sit properly, I keep my focus, and remember, the journey is inside. Inside, not outside. You're going to chakra on the outside, it's on the inside. All the powers inside. So devotees, Vishnu Bhagwan come back to the Katha, he sat perfectly still, straight, Padma Asana. And what he did, he had his bow that he would fight with, right? Now that bow was strong. Now, many of us would remember Rama and Katha, you know, when Sri Ram had to pick up the bow and string it before he could marry Sita. He wasn't supposed to break the bow. He was supposed to pick it up and string it. Devotees, normally the bow is very, very sturdy, very strong, made of wood. And the string, what you have to do, you have to bend that bow and tie the string to complete the bow. So the bow is under tension. Follow me? Are you understanding what I'm saying? So devotees, Lord Vishnu, sitting on that stable spot, level spot, Padma Asana, he put the bow on his end, one end on the ground, the other end on top, and he put his chin on top of the other end. So there he was sitting. And devotees, he slept away. Now I could fully understand how people could sleep away, so, yeah? And yag you see plenty of that. And you know, all the techniques, when you sleep away and you hit, do so. You have to do so. Yeah, you agree. You think all them scheme we, you know? We try all them thing a long time. Yeah. Devotees, you're on your own. You're on your own. Vishnu Bhagwan slept away. Tired, so very tired he was. Slept away, totally. No yog nidra. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu nidra rupena sansita. Namastasyai, namastasyai, namastasyai namo nama. Sleep, but not ordinary kind of sleep. Yog nidra, yogic sleep. Lord Vishnu was lost totally in exhaustion. So, the devatas at this point in time, Brahma, Shivaji, all the other devatas, they were performing a sacrifice, a yajna. Now, the yajna in those days, devotee, what we talking about, not like this where you do a puja and the Baba sit down and talk for an hour and a half, you know. They create an Agni Kund, right, dug for specific dimensions, and, you know, there's a formula, you know. And the formula is, if the base is X, I'm going to give you an algebraic formula. If the base of the Agni Kund is X, is square, X by X. Yeah? The depth of it, 12X. And on top, the same length, all around. If you create an Agni Kund like that, it starts off on a point and it opens up like a funnel as it goes to infinity. Now, when you have to do special type of yajna for specific purposes, these Agni Kund, they are created. And not made, they are dug in the ground. And they have to choose a time to dig it. Yeah? And a specific point in time to create that fire. And they don't use matches and camphor, and these days you have, what do you call it? Lighter. I don't like to use that because I don't want to get accustomed pulling trigger. Yeah. The devotees, they would get two pieces of wood, special type of wood, and they will keep knocking it, rubbing it together, and they will create fire out of that. And when that fire is lit, the yajna starts. Four priests on the four sides, one main priest controlling everything, everybody else sitting there. And mantras, Sanskrit mantras, Vedic mantras, from beginning to end. And offerings made into the fire. No nonsense. That is why we still maintain some of what we do here. Right? When the fire is there, we do our pujas and so on. But that type of yajna devotees, to acquire special results, specific. That is why the Agni Kund was like that. Now, you know, we have all kind of Agni Kund now. Right? The wrong Agni Kund, triangular Agni Kund, right? A square Agni Kund, long time we have hubcap, right, check? right? Going bamboo and get a whole hop cap and put it in dice yag. We didn't understand, you see. When you get to the understanding, very careful about what you do. Yagi is not a joke. It is not a joke. Now, devotees, they made all these preparations. And why not? They were highly versed. And they were doing, this yagi to attain to higher levels. Higher levels. They were the devatas. Notice what they're doing? Devatas doing yagi. Now, devotees, the yagi reached a certain point. But now, the Lord of all sacrifices is Lord Vishnu. The Lord of all sacrifices, check the Gita, Bhagavan says, I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Lord Krishna is Lord Vishnu. So without Lord Vishnu, how could the yag be completed? So the devatas decided, let's communicate with Lord Vishnu. Because without him, how could this yag be completed? So they went into, meditation. Well, it was said Lord Vishnu resides in the ocean of milk, Kshir Sagar, whatever. On that Supan Seshnag, Hindu mythology. It was said the devatas went to Vaikunt, that abode of Lord Vishnu, but Lord Vishnu wasn't home. Lord Vishnu could not be found. Where to find Lord Vishnu? When they did the meditative processes, they came to realize where he was. Sitting in this wonderful spot. They came to that spot, devotees, and when they looked, there was this Lord Vishnu sitting. His chin on the bow erect. He is in Padma Asana, and he was totally asleep. Deep sleep. Yog Nidra. Devotees, the devatas would try to awaken him. So let's break the talk a little bit. Yeah? We try to awaken him. That Lord. Devotees, for a few moments, let's concentrate on Bhagavan Sri Satyanarayan, Vishnu Bhagavan. The devatas wanted to attract his attention. Jai Narayan, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayan, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Jai Narayan, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayan, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shantakaram bhujagashainam Shantakaram bhujagashainam Padmanabha Hari Om Padmanabha Hari Om Swami Narayana Hari Om Lakshmi Narayana Hari Om Satya Narayana Hari Om Jai Jai Narayana Hari Om Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayana Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shantakaram bhujagashainam Shantakaram bhujagashainam Padmanabha Hari Om Padmanabha Hari Om Swami Narayana Hari Om. Satya Narayana Hari Om. Lakshmi Narayana Hari Om. Jai Jai Narayana Hari Om. Jai Narayana. Devotees, they try to, in their own way, mentally communicate with Lord Vishnu, who in that state of Nidra, Yoga Nidra, deep sleep. So the question was, how to awaken him? They said that we need to awaken Lord Vishnu, because without Lord Vishnu, Yajna can't come to conclusion. There can be no success in the Yajna. And then all our sacrifice would be in vain. So in other words, devotees, to put it simply, a bit of selfishness on the part of the Devatas. They want to get their objective fulfilled. Lord Vishnu is asleep. Let's wake him up. Let's wake him up. Bhagwan Shankar said, "O Devatas, to awake someone who is in deep sleep is not right. One should not do it." But I always add, except if you're in yoga. If you're in yoga, sleep and wake you up. You don't go in deep sleep, stay home and sleep. So devotees, Bhagwan Shankar is saying, you should not wake somebody who is in deep sleep. They have gone to rest. You see, there is exhaustion, there is tiredness. They have gone to sleep. It's not right. But then the question is, how the yajna will be completed? Then Brahmaji devotees, he is the creator. He decided, okay, I'll find a solution. I will find the solution to this problem of ours to awaken Lord Vishnu. So what he did, he created some fine ants, white ants. They call them the Vamri. Yeah? Tiny white ants. And he said to the Vamri, "Oh Vamri, we want you to eat out the string that is attached to this bow from the base." So the bow is under tension. Lord Vishnu, chin is upon this bow. The string is under tension. If you eat away the string, it will loosen. And Lord Vishnu, that jolt will wake him up. So we're not going to wake him, otherwise we won't wake him. Nobody, but the ants will wake him up. So Vamri, we want you to perform such an act on our behalf. Devotees, now that Vamri is smart, The head ants. If the whole set of ants he created, there's not one, The head ants, he has some questions to ask. Yeah. What was his question, devotees? He said, "Oh Brahmaji, you want me to disturb the sleep of Lord Vishnu. But you know what it is said? Oh Brahmaji, it is said anybody." Now it's good to understand these teachings that you get from scriptures. Kisi ki nidra bhang karna, katha par chedan karna. When somebody is giving discourses, focusing upon the divine, speaking, right? To cut them across, to cut that speech, is a sin. You're going to hear what the sin is about. Now, devotees, if you listen to many places, people speaking, arguments and so on, you talk, then I talk. But many of us, I talk and I cut inside you. No, you can't talk, I talk in. And we cut each other. That's one part, but devotees, even devotions, even yajna, that cutting, of course, is not good. Right? Here, the Bamri, the answer saying, Kisi ki nidra bhang karna, katha chedan karna, is like to disturb someone's sleep is equivalent to, you know what? Cutting somebody who is reading katha. दोनों स्त्री पुरुषों का प्रीति भेदन करना, creating friction between husband and wife. I won't elaborate now. Because, then you can hear the next thing, Baba pelting stone too bad. Pelting stone. Right? Creating friction between husband and wife. बालक से माता का भेद करा देना, to separate a mother from his child, a child from his mother. All these, waking up somebody with a sleep, cutting off somebody, giving discourse, creating friction between husband and wife, separating a child from its mother. All these are equivalent. The sin, यह पाप ब्रह्म हत्या के समान है. The sin that accrue is equivalent to the sin of killing a Brahman. The scriptures say that very, very terrible sin. Mahaghor Pap. So devotees, these are lessons we learn. Now, you see in society this happens, huh? Doesn't it happen? Somebody sleeping, Guruji reach home, Guruji tired, going up. Tell Guruji, I call. Who is I? Huh? Tell him, wake him from him. You my father? But that attitude, no respect. All right? And when sometimes we say there's a time and a place for everything, people get vexed. Feel Guru must be there all the time, anytime you want. No, careful what you do. Yeah? Devotees. And the amount of conflicts between husband and wife, and most times, it is somebody else causing it. Somebody else causing it, Maybe some other woman somewhere, or some other man somewhere, putting one against the other. And that is common in society. And people expect to be happy, right? All it picks up, man. Devotees, cutting across, well, that is also quite common. But this separating a child from his mother. The Vamri is saying that is a Mahapap. And devotees, I don't want to go into politics in other countries, but we all have been reading, like in the southern border of the United States, when many, the immigrants try to cross, they hold up these children, they lock them, children one side, parents one side. Even in Trinidad, it happens. Right? Why do you separate a child from its mother? Our scriptures say that's a Mahapap. And devotees, we all have read, we have heard, if not, it's very upsetting. We have heard of that 4-year-old baby, 4-year-old child, whose neck was sawed off, head was sawed off. Yeah? Trinidad? And that happened day before yesterday. You know what scriptures tell us? In any society where the children, the young ones, and the senior ones are disrespected, disregarded, pain is caused to them, that society is doomed. So when I say time and again, I have no hope for society becoming better, people think I'm a pessimist. Not a pessimist, no? You look at the signs. What the signs saying? Watch. Innocent child, we see, beheaded. That is one child. How many children abused otherwise? Verbally, sexually, all how? Society like a very beautiful painted house, but termite ridden, I keep saying. Old people. How many people have been beaten to death for their pension? They work their whole life hard. A few things they get. This, whoever they may be. And the thing is that you always have wickedness, and the responsibility is with the lawmakers, the protective services, whatever, to protect these people. Put systems in place to prevent these things from happening. When nothing is being done, what do you think is going to happen? And devotees, these are politics, and scriptures say, when he head bad, how could his body be good? And when I say the head, in our country we have two heads, one the leading head, one the mouth. I won't specify more one thing. Think what I'm saying. One supposed to do whatever, morning, pak. None doing anything to help the society. Where do you think we're going? I'm not a politician, no? And no man is going to fool me with no stupidness. I passed that stage. I'm not going to run behind anybody blind. No, I don't care who you are. You're not God. I'll run behind God blind. And the day you see we take stock and become like this. Don't push me along. Don't take me for granted. From years I say, you come and fix a road for me, and you come and tell me, I'll fix your road for you. Oh, shame. That is a job. You're getting paid to do that. Don't come and tell me you do that for me. Don't come and stupidness by me, man. And if you don't do it, you incur sin. You're failing in your duty. Right? Don't tell me about politics something, no? This is duty. You see? And when you look at society, this is the norm. So you're going to come to that. Devotees. So these points I want you to understand. But the Brahman is smart too bad. He said to do all these things is a sin. But if there is a benefit in the sin, I will do it. So here mine committing a sin, but he must benefit. But I mean, give him right. Why you commit a sin and there is no benefit to you? If I benefit and I'll commit this sin, that is your choice. He said, if I know that there's a benefit to me, well, I don't mind, but why am I going to do this, commit such a sin, and there's no benefit to me? In other words, devotees, you come back again to the Vamri himself is setting an example for us. Anybody does anything for nothing? Huh? Very rarely you find anybody doing anything for nothing. And I keep saying ad nauseum, man are being paid to do a job, you have to bribe them to do the job too. And then they come and strut like peacocks, glowing, spreading their false eyes, the tail and the peacock feather. And I do this for you, and I do that for you, and don't come with stupidness, man. I fed up with these things, devotees. You're playing games with our minds, and many people get fooled with that. We have short memory. Short memory. So for 4 years, 5 years, vote they fix. Just before election, vote fix. Then we vote them, but they fix you vote for me. Next 5 years, no vote fixing again. What happened? We are bobuli? We don't think. We don't demand. And devotees, I am saying this not only politically, but in religion also. Don't let the pundit come and tell you what he feels now. It must make sense, must be practical. You can question, you have that right to question. Otherwise, how are we going to go? But we should be very docile. Very docile. As a people, we still very docile. And when people, they recognize that, and you know what they do? They play upon that docility. They play upon us. And there's another thing people do. Very, very smart. You know one of the problems we have? Well, if you know how we like to fight one another. We like to fight one another. From Mahabharata coming right on. So when they see, I play Bhajan for my brother, But when I have to fight a common enemy, I come like a sheep. You can't come together to fight a common enemy. So what people do, they push wedge between, And many of our people fall victim to this stupidity. You see, they play upon the ego. How do you think India was defeated? This king, don't like the next king. British overcome him. This boy, John will be British. And overcome that one. Overcome that one. Not realizing he couldn't come in next. Ego, self-centeredness, greed, all these weaknesses. These things are very present today. And if a person is not aware, you can be fooled very, very easily. Very, very easily. But devotees, I say in all these things, not everybody will fully assimilate it. You see, we need to have people awakening. Wake up to this, what is happening in society. Right? What is your right? Don't take me for granted. I hate to be taken for granted, devotees. Do you think I that stupid boy? Devotees. So this is why amongst our people, you always have fight going on. This one fight and that one. Even amongst the Pandit too, Yeah. Once in a village had two Baba. Now I ain't talking about St. Augustine here. Naira language. You had two Baba, one living, both in two extremes of the village now. So a wise man, but not a wise man, but a wealthy man. He decided to play a game. So he went to the first Baba and said, Baba, here to our next Baba living that side, the next side of the village. You know him, Manding? Baba said, who he? He's a Bhaisa. Banya Pala said, okay. He went and he got a set of cotton seed. Now Bhaisa did cotton seed. So he carried the cotton seed and gone by that Baba. Baba, pranam. Look, I bring this for you. Baba said, what? You think I'm a Bhaisa? You bring cotton seed for me? The Baba said, well, the Banya said, Baba, well, I know now. The Baba, the next side, tell me you're Bhaisa. Sabang di cotton seed. He said, he a donkey. Banya went and got a good bone of bamboo grass and came, Baba, I bring dakshina for you. What do you think? I'm a donkey? I don't know, Baba. The Baba's next I see a donkey. So Bhaisan donkey come on, they start a fight between. And the Banya laughing. Well, understand? Tell me if that doesn't happen. No? These stories reflect attitudes amongst people. That's why I keep saying, the problem is not religion, the problem is people. People. Yeah. Because all the principles and so on, we fall through. And if you want to survive, I've been saying great minds reflect upon principles, mediocre minds upon events, and undeveloped minds on people. Devotees, you don't focus too much on the people, whatever the event. Look at the principle that underlies everything. If you live by principle, sattvic prakriti, you can't fall victim to any of these things. Okay? So these are lessons. I mean, if I talk all this story about all this thing and we go home not learning anything, not trying to, understand something that, I need to face up to life problems. What is going to happen to me? So I'm putting it to all of us. Be careful. And I'm sure everybody here, or almost everybody, or many of us here will have experienced. You have to get a connection. You have to. Dharam mentioned, you see, the first time you see how quick the intake come to fix the thing last night. I don't know how it happened so quick. I don't know if anybody passed anything. But when you have to get connection, you have to pass something. You get water connection, you have to pass something. Yeah? You have a court case, you have to feed the zombie. Or never call feeding the zombie? Huh? All you know, not spirit, no? The human zombie. So when you see the attorney at law has to do certain things, you have to bribe this one. Move the file. Remove that from the file. Feeding the zombie. So when time for the case, you have no case. Feeding the zombie. I'm not attacking attorneys at law either. I'm saying these things happen. These things happen. Society is rotten to the core. Not talk about sometimes, a puja. People tell me this already. You try your best to prepare Siddha. You carry Siddha and Giri Baba. Baba say, wait. You have rice inside it? One guy rice. How much money you put? Double up. Baba insisting how much you should give him. It's a business, eh? In the name of God. If you talk about that, devotees, you never finish talk. And many would have experienced that already. Yeah. Dakshina is supposed to be one of what you want to give. Now what I ask, sometimes people ask me, Baba, you're satisfied? With what? Your Dakshina you give me? I don't even study what you give me. Once you satisfy, you give what you decide to give, not me. Devotees, many of us are different, eh? But some of us are different, not many of us. And you have to understand what I'm saying here. Because you see, at the end of it all, if I take a bribe, if I, make demands on people, when time to die, I carry anything with me. खाली के आए थे जग में, खाली के तुम जाओगे, मुट्ठी बन के आए थे हाथ पसारे जाओगे. You come in the world with your fist tied. Okay, you bring your karmas with you. But when you're going, where are you going with? Both palms open. All of us see that man, we are accustomed seeing that man, that lady. That's your own too. When you do funeral, all your hand open so. Carrying nothing with you. Except you put the pin inside. Follow go. What are you carrying with you? But yet still, the craving is still there. The greed is still there. Be in this kind of way. And in addition to that, it is sinful. You see? So the Vamri is saying, I could commit a sin, but if I'm going to benefit. So benefiting, you could commit a sin. So they commit the sin, but that doesn't, expiate the sin. What is simple word? Get rid of the sin. The sin is still there. Once you do this sin, it's still there. But you benefit. So I mean, you prepare to suffer now. No problem. And when the suffering comes, go by the Baba. Baba, Ubya. Never choose something me yard. I know, if Mrs. I know, she do that. I know that. Everybody know. Devotees, the Bamri, then he wanted to know what part of the yag was for him. So yes. Brahma said, all right, Bamri, good negotiator, man. That negotiation starts since then. So a lot of ants are good negotiators. Or are negotiators good ants? Devotees, Brahma said, when the Havan is done, some ghee must fall out of the fire. All of you realize that? No matter how much you try, you do in heaven, some ghee must follow. Some samagri must follow. Brahma said, whatever samagri falls out of the fire, that is your share of the yag. So you're going to get a share of the yag also. That is why we say when we do a yag from the ants to the atmosphere benefit. Brahma blessing. So the Vamli said, all right, we're going to get part of the yag. They are part of the yag, boy. So we offer prasad to all the devatas and so on. We offer and some for the Vamli also. Right? But we don't say no mantra for them. Hello? Yeah. So devotees, the Vamli decided to act. And they went and they began to eat away at the string. And you know, visualize for yourself. Eating away that string, it reached a certain point, it just burst. The string burst. And that, it jolted. It jerked the neck of Lord Vishnu up. Because remember, he was sleeping like this. And that force went, hit his head, his chin like that. Knocked off his head totally. Clean. Knocked off his head. The devatas weren't prepared for that. When this happened, place became dark, loud noises, devotees, terrible. Omens were seen. You see? And people talking about the eclipse, sun eclipse, that darkness like joke. Bad signs, we say. Bad signs. Devotees, everybody, confused, scared. And when you see, after some time, the darkness lifted, they saw Lord Vishnu lying there. No head. Nobody head went. I don't know why, that's what they ask me. So devotees, now they start to cry. The devatas start to cry. Oh God, the yag now can't finish. Now they are crying for Lord Vishnu. I want to all understand. You see all this kind of thing? Very technical, you know. You think they're crying for Lord Vishnu? Or you think they're crying for Lord Vishnu? When people, somebody die and crying, oh God, Papa, no, don't leave me. You're crying for Papa? You're crying for yourself. Selfishness causes all that. I lose my father. I lose this one. And when you see you're glad somebody dead, you don't cry at all. Go ahead, go in peace. Yeah, glad you go. Yeah. So devotees, what we are saying is the devatas, out of selfishness, they were crying. Meaning what? That the yag won't be completed again anymore. If there is no Vishnu, how would the yag be completed? How would they get their benefits? That is why it's always good to analyze everything. Don't take things at face value. There's a selfishness in almost everything. Yeah? So devotees, they began to lament and all the devatas crying, man. Big devatas crying, man. Then Brihaspati, he was the guru of the devatas. He said, oh devatas, there is no need to cry. Right? You know, why this crying won't help anything? Right? This is what has been destined to happen. You know, it is part of destiny. You know, don't cry. Instead of crying, do something. Now notice little advice coming our way. Something happened in life, you go sit down and cry. I remember the story about the three foolish people. Eh? I don't want to call your name. Some of them must come here. Devotees, something you could do about it, but you're still on crying. Yeah. One of them have grass on top of the roof. I can remember that story. And what they're trying to do, they tie the cow neck and try to pull the cow on top of the roof to eat the grass, rather than go and cut the grass and feed the cow. And I stupidity? Eh? One of them sit down there and have something that could fall along when you're crying. If my daughter get married and she have my son-in-law and have a child, and child come on this in front of the child head, you go dead. Movie thing, no? But you see, people sit down on this. How I call me three foolish people, you know. This always go on. You know, circumstances occur. But you know, rather than act, we sit down and we cry. We go by the neighbor and talk, push away. No. Social media. Put social media. Your business. Everybody know your business. You're lacking, you know, let me go in that direction, away. I can't understand how so many people, from the time anything happen, your bell charge, social media, whatever, social media. Devotees, what, you're dying for recognition? This is part of the problem. People are lacking recognition. They're looking for something, they're looking for, I don't know what. Huh? Imagine you advertising your own personal business for the world to see. Yeah? Or you're looking for popularity. Popularity is fickle. It's only temporary, transient. But, so, whichever way, you want to let the whole world know, rather than do what you're supposed to do to overcome the problem. So Brihaspati is saying, now is not the time to cry and so on, right? इस समय बुद्धि पूर्वक उपाय करना चाहिए. Use good thinking, rationalize, and do what you're supposed to do. Take a step or two back and analyze. Every problem has a solution. We mentioned all this last night. And now what he's saying, दैव और पुरुष कार्य दोनों है, देवेश समान है. इनका उपाय करो, दैव से फल होता है. He said there is faith, and then what there is intelligence and self-effort. Faith and intelligence and self-effort both are equal. Now what Brihaspati is saying, that faith, it happens, yes, but if you use intelligence and self-effort, you can counteract faith. So when something has happened, or faith takes effect, don't sit down and cry. Become proactive. Use intelligence. Make self-effort. And you can bring about change. Scripture is telling us that. Devotees. Now Indra, very depressed, when Indra heard these kind of words, he said, what? Gurudev? And when a person is kind of state, देख क्या वो गुरु thing ना? Indra बोले, दैव ही बलवान है. No Guru. Faith is most powerful. What is self-effort and intelligence? Faith is most important, most powerful. Look at what has happened here. Lord Vishnu has lost his head. Isn't that faith? Devotees. Now, Brahmaji in various ways try to tell them that, all this faith, yes, is important. Daiva is very powerful, very, very powerful. But you must remember that faith, what caused that? Karma, Karma. Karma causes what that destiny is. Karma. Alright? So he says, yes, karma caused so many things to happen. I lost my head because of faith, daiva, etc. But at the same time, we have to find a solution to this problem. We can't sit down and say it's faith. And so the devotees decided that we should seek the intervention of that one supreme Mahashakti, primordial energy, Devi Ma. So devotees, how to pray, who to pray? Brahmaji invoked the presence of the Vedas. Yeah. वेदों को आज्ञा दी और वे देव कार्य सिद्धि के निमित्त देह कारण कर आगे स्थित हुए. The Devatas, so Brahmaji invoking the Vedas, personified themselves and appeared before the Devatas. And what they were advised to do? To chant the praises of Devi. That Mahamaya, Sanatani Devi, Vidya Devi, focus upon her, glorify her. And so devotees, Brahma gave the instructions. And these Devatas, these Vedas, they began to really glorify Mata. And this is a very, very powerful truth happened in Devi Bhagavad devotees. Very, very powerful. I'm just feeling this inside of me, just to read a few lines from it. We can't read all. It's quite long. But what they are saying, try to follow. The Veda Uchuhu. Namo Devi Mahamaye Vishwa Utpati Kare Shiva Nirgune Sarvabhuteshu Matah Shankara Kamade Tvam Bhumi Sarvabhutanam Pranah Pranavatang Tatha Dhihi Srihi Kantihi Chama Shanti Sadha Medha Dhriti Smitihi Tvam Udgithir Ardhamatrasi Gayatri Vyahritis Tatha Jayacha Vijaya Dhatri Lajja Kirti Spridadha Tvam Sanchutumbha Bhava Natram Tayang Sabisthan Takshang Vyarasah Om Tatsar Gayatri Vyadhitistatha Jayache Vidyang Shivang Sakal Loka Hitang Varenyang Vag Vijavasuni Punang Bhavanasha Kartrim Brahmahar Shairi Sahasya Netra Vag Pahni Surya Vanadhinatha Te Tvatkuta Sanctati Tato Namukhya Mata Yastastvam Sidam Gamanam. Devotees, in their own way, the Vedas, praising Devi Ma. Mata, Tum Omkar, your Omkar, that primordial sound. Yeah? Ardhamatra, that the semicircle. Bindu, that dot from Omkar. Mata, you are Dhi, you are Sri, Kanti, Chama, Shanti, Shraddha, Medhas, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Sarvarupena Samsita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. So devotees, the Vedas pray, but the point I want to project to you, for myself, you know, I will, when I get my time, I will read this stotra, very, very powerful, glorifying that Shakti Sharvani Devi, Maya. Devotees, the idea is that when situations arise, don't get frustrated and whatever else. Turn to the divine, turn to Mata. Sincerely, conscientiously, you pray to Devi. So at this point, let me give you a chance. Let's pray. Devotees, whatever problems you may have, let's offer it at the feet of Ma. As a matter of fact, I always feel that I just pray, she knows everything. I don't have to say anything to accept the praise of. The devotees, if it satisfies you, you pray. Jai Jaga Janani, Jai Shankari, Jaya Bhuvaneshwari, Gaja Gauri, Jai Shubhakarani, Jai Vardayini, Jai Shubharamani, Trishulapani. Jaya Jagajanani, Jaya Shankari, Jaya Jagajanani, Jaya Shankari, Jaya Bhuvaneshwari, Gaja Gauri, Jaya Bhuvaneshwari, Gaja Gauri, Jaya Shubhakarani, Jaya Vardayini, Jaya Shubhakarani, Jaya Vardayini, Jaya Shubharamani, Trishulapani, Jai Shubharamani, Trishulapani, Jaya Jagajanani, Jaya Shankari, Jaya Bhuvaneshwari, Gaja Gauri, Jaya Bhuvaneshwari, Gaja Gauri, Jaya Shubhakarani, Jaya Vardayini, Jaya Shubhakarani, Jaya Vardayini, He Jaya Vardayini, Maha Jaya Vardayini, He Jaya Vardayini, Jai Shubhakarani, Jai Shubhakarani, Jaya Vardayini, जय शुभ रमणी त्रिशूल पानी। जय शुभ रमणी, जय शुभ रमणी, जय शुभ रमणी त्रिशूल पानी। जय जग जननी जय शंकरी। Devotees, sincere poet, the Vedas poet, and response, that divine heavenly voice responded, telling them, O Devatas, what has happened, all this is part of a problem, something that took place before. This is a reaction of something that took place before. So devotees, we all wanted to know why something happened, what is the cause of it. And Devi Ma wanted to explain to them. She said, there's a particular demon. His name is Haigriv. This demon, he performed a lot of tapasya, intense tapasya. And such was his sacrifice intensity. He asked for a Bardhan. He asked me for a Bardhan. O Mata, bless me so that I may never die. Now all the wicked ones, they don't mind killing everybody here, but they don't want to die. Mata said, oh, Haigriv, everybody has to die one day. And everybody has to die one day. Yeah, devotees? Pay attention to it. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। खूब मौज कर देख तमाशे, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशे, खेलने को खेला। करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, तेरा नहीं आना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। कोरी कोरी करके चोरे, करके चोरे, बड़ा खजाना है। संग न जाए जा बंदे रे, संग न जाए जा बंदे रे, तेरा पछताना है। हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. So devotees, your advice is for all of us, as Devi said, no man lives forever. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, we all have to go one day. Right? When that time comes to go, who could stop you? Nobody could keep you back. When a number is called, you have to go. Yeah. So what we are told about this, as you go through life, look and see what is happening. Take tamasha. And many things I'm pointing out to you is what I call tamasha. All the games that people play. Religion and otherwise, games. खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खेल अनेकों खेल, game after game. So devotees, you have to try your best not to be caught up in that and don't play games yourselves. We are told, be careful, man. You know, what happens when the time comes to go? You know, well, actually, recognizing what you have to do, जो कल करना सो आज करनी, जो आज करना सो अब कर ली. करनी है सो कर ले बंदे. Do what you have to do, the right things in life, the proper things in life. You know why? You never pass through this way twice. फिर नहीं आना है. When you're gone, that's it. This moment will never come back. Ever, ever, ever again. Ever. When it's gone, it's gone. But what we do, devotees, kauri kauri karke jore. Rake and scrape. Take bribe. Thief, whatever. You know what we do? Many people. Kauri kauri karke jore. They acquire. Bara khazana hai. Great wealth. You know. Whatever have you. You know. Apparent prosperity. But Sangha na jaye ja bandere. When time to go, you carrying anything? Not even the body. You burn the body right, it's gone. Sangha na jaye ja bandere, fir pachhtana hai. And you're going to regret. You waste your time all this year and you leave everything and you go in. Not that you shouldn't do what you have to do, but at the expense of spirituality, at the expense of principle, you're going to regret. You must regret. Bound to regret. Yeah. So devotees, these lessons are for all of us. And Devi Maha said, herself said that, oh, Haygriv, no, ask for something otherwise. Then Haygriv said, and notice how some people could talk. All right, Mata, if you don't want to give me that, Mata explained, nobody immortal, you can't attain immortality. Death brings life, life brings death. He explained that, avagaman. But here how he's putting it now. And some people very irritating like this. All right, you don't want to give me it? All right, no problem. But give me this. Let me, if I have to die at all, Ma, it must be someone at the hands of someone who's just like me. Hey, grieve. Horsehead. Horsehead. Mata said, Acha, so shall it be. So Devi is saying, hey, grieve has a bardan. That only somebody with an elephant, a horse head, will be able to destroy him. And then she said, oh Devatas, there's another reason too, you must know. Once Lakshmi Mata, story again here, scriptures find a nice way to bring lessons now. So Lakshmi Mata was one dressing herself nicely. Now how the ladies dress, right? And they took quite some time, you know, putting all the shadow by the eye and by the whatever thing. So Lakshmi Mata dressing up nice, and Vishnu Bhagwan standing one side and waiting, looking on, and he was laughing. Laughing. Right? So the husbands know when they see the wife reading and things, you can't tell them do quick, you know. But they are slow down. And then you ask them why they slow down, they say they have to slow down by the curves. Remember the curves, huh? That long time joke. Yeah. So devotees, Lakshmi Mata seeing Lord Vishnu laughing. Now at this point she says, I wonder why he's laughing. Why he's looking at me and laughing? Is he seeing some fault in my face? Now I want you to notice what I'm saying and how her thinking goes, right? Is he saying some fault in my face? But he never saw anything before. Why is he laughing today? Is it that he has seen another beautiful face? Right? And so he finds out that one is a co-wife I'm going to have, and the mind began to run in this direction. And many times when people come to me and Guruji this, Guruji that, they say that you overthinking. This is what I call overthinking. It's a big problem with many, many of us. That is what the three foolish people did. If I do this, if that will happen, that will happen. Well, shut up and get up and become proactive. Sit down and think in your head and create problem after problem, overthinking. And a large section of our population suffer from this problem, overthinking. You're creating pits, you're creating bridges when not required. Overthinking. I'm not saying don't think, Don't overthink. And anything in excess is not good. Stay within constraints, within limitations. So Lakshmi Mata is showing us this tamas prakriti, tamas shakti thinking. Is a co-wife, he's seen somebody, now he's seen ugly semi after all these years, and one after the other. And devotees, I don't have to go into details, Many of you would know, the husbands would know. The wife, they would know, but they wouldn't accept it. Because we don't do anything wrong, he's all thinking so. Shivan, you ever go through that? Shanta, be careful what you say. You're within arm's length, Yeah. Devotees. So you have to understand, if you point out to them, Devi Bhagavad is telling me, but as bold-faced as I am, I'm not going to read what Devi say. Mata forgive me. Because when Godmother hears us, she will say, it's a man who write that. Because it's not so. It's not so. And we could see it so. You see, you have to accept your weaknesses. Right? Everybody has weaknesses. Okay? But women devotees have a certain way of behavior. I'll say, but I'm going to read it. Right? I'm not going to read it. I believe that. So Lakshmi Mata, she herself said, women are like this. Simple play like doubting, overthinking this kind of way, creating their own problem within their own head, whatever. So what Lakshmi Mata did? She said, so you're laughing at me. For laughing at me, you're going to lose your head. She gave a slap to Lord Vishnu. A curse. And this is where Lakshmi Mata said, and this is how women think. She prefer to lose her husband and experience widowhood than have a co-wife. Now, that dangerous thing, that culture, that society was like that. Right? Yeah, many women today prefer widowhood than have a co-wife. Me want a co-wife. You understand? That's okay. But that culture was okay. But what they say here, you prefer the death of your husband, but wants your own thinking in your own way, whatever, your own desire, your own wishes. That's selfishness. Attitude inside. You don't think about anybody else. But I will tell you something, a different one come to the children. Right? When she come to the children, man, they give their life. Come to your husband, you go to hell. You don't care about you. Right? But in recent time, I've been telling many wives that you have to check your husband as a child now too, Especially when they get old like we know. Once a month, twice a child. So you have 2 children and a husband, you have 3 children. You have to know what you're doing. Yeah. But anyway, Lakshmi, that divine Mata, Sharvani Devi, she's saying, this is the cause, Srap. Lord Vishnu lost his head. But the reason for losing his head is because he now has to destroy Haigriv. And so therefore he has to be placed, he has to be given a horse head. So get Vishwakarma. Oh Devatas, Vishwakarma, the divine architect, get a horse head, put it to the body of Lord Vishnu. I'll revive him. And then he'll be able to destroy this demonic force we call Haigriv. Haigriv, Vishnu Bhagwan, will destroy Haigriv, the demon. And this was his reason given. There's a big plan, a big plot. It's not only the destiny as such came about because of karma. Everything has a reason. Everything has a reason. So this is your reason. Devi Ma put to them. So if you do this, then what will happen? The srap will be removed. Right? Because Vishnu already lost his head, Vishnu Bhagwan already lost his head. Now what we do? Just put the horse head and he will destroy Haigriv. And so devotees, Devi Ma instructed them and they were overjoyed. And they did as she told them. Vishwakarma got a horse head, cut off a horse head, and put the horse head to Lord Vishnu. He was resuscitated, and devotees got Haigriv Bhagwan. And in due course, he destroyed Haigriv, the demonic force. And so peace was restored back again, as usual. Dharma was re-established. And that Lord remained of that form we call Haygriv, one of the forms of Lord Vishnu. But devotees, in everything we read here, the metaphysics of it is that Haygriv, the demon, is the individual ego in every one of us. I don't want to die. I want power. I want this. I want that. I want the next. But there is a cosmic ego. The cosmic ego is Vishnu Bhagwan. And in any part, Shaivism, whatever, that snake around the neck of Lord Shiva. In Christian theology, they say the snake is the devil. What the devil is, devotee, is very the ego. Right? But Shiva, Naga Vadana, the snake adorns his body. It represents the individual ego, transformed, identifying with the cosmic ego. Here, this is the Katha in Devi Bhagavad, that the individual ego is consumed, assimilated by the cosmic ego. Everything is part and parcel of that. But when there's the individual ego, I. I keep saying we are plenty eye specialists and everybody blind. Everything is about me, I. No, there's an end to that. Right? What we need to transform. And this is the journey of spirituality. You go beyond the ordinary I to become the cosmic I. When they say, Aham Brahm Asmi, I am Brahm, it's not the ego now, it's the cosmic ego. I identify with that and I become one with the divine. That is the journey. So devotees, different levels again. This is the metaphysical level, where the individual ego, and I don't know if people understand what the ego is. You see that part of you that is only I, me first, everything for me, self-centeredness, all that, the ego causes that. And the ego, if you read Devi Katha again, Sati was the daughter of Daksh. Daksh represents ego, and Sati the unenlightened intellect. So the unenlightened intellect is the daughter of ego. When there is ego, the thinking is not straight. We don't think right. We think very gross, base. Therein lies so many problems. So many. So devotees, all this is relating to us. So in a deeper level, we try to make that effort to try to overcome, control this ego. How to do it now, devotees? Easy to say how to do it. Huh? So, a simple little story. There was a man, devotees, who had a son-in-law. Well, daughter get married. Living in the next village in India, far. So the son-in-law sent a note to the father-in-law, I want to come for holiday by you. The father-in-law said, very well, we will welcome you. But the daughter not coming, the son-in-law alone coming. This letter happened to reach in the hand of a stranger. So what happened? The day the train reached in the station, father-in-law there, son-in-law came. But this stranger right there. So the stranger, what he did, he took up his own bag and all, and he came, and together with son-in-law and father-in-law. What happened here? Father-in-law thinking that this man come with his son-in-law. Son-in-law thinking this man with the father-in-law. So nobody asking him anything. Follow what going on? So when time, to go home, the son-in-law jump in front of the cancer, not son-in-law, the stranger, jump in front of the cancer, and everything. When time to eat, table food, eating the most food. In other words, this kind of way, everything was for himself, until they get very fed up of him. Father-in-law fed up, he said, I don't know what kind of man my son-in-law bring. Son-in-law fed up, he said, I don't know what kind of man my father-in-law have here. And both of them decide to go and challenge each other, question, what kind of man you have here? From the time that they decide to approach each other and question, the fellow dash out and he go on. Never to come back. Now, all you know what I mean? The stranger is the ego. Ego. And the vote is, how are you going to get rid of the ego? If you don't internalize, everything only outside extrovert. You don't do introspection, critical self-analysis. You never, ever can bring that ego into control. You have to do like these questions, shadow questions. And the vote is, by questioning, the ego will disappear. Yeah. If you want to take it from a spiritual perspective, there's another fellow, he want to, propitiate a spirit. He want to worship God the way he want, want to worship spirit. So he worship the spirit and spirit appears. He said, tell me what you want. He said, well, I want you to work for me. So the fellow said, and spirit said, okay, but on one condition, that if ever you don't give me something to do, I'll eat you up. Fellow said, yeah, no problem. Okay, what do you want, master? A house. Before you could bring the house here, because spirit have plenty power. And in short, anything he asked for, now for now, in a very short, everything he wanted was fulfilled. Now he know what to ask for. What again to ask for? Because his mind only material. So then trouble take them now. You know, many people think going good, they're good, but when the trouble take them, where they going? Guruji, wake up, Guruji. I come. Devotees, when he went to the Guru, he told the Guruji, I already appreciate this spirit and know you want to eat me. Tell me what to do, Guruji, how to save myself. Now you want the Guru. The Guru said, all right, no problem. Get a post and plant it in the ground. And tell this spirit, keep going up and down until you tell him stop. Problem solved. But I put the post and tell the spirit, up and down. And after a while, who likes to keep going up and down? Spirit get fed up on you one. So it's many lessons in that. But this part of it here is like the up and down, like chanting of the Lord's name. Whichever name. Jap, do it intensely. With the passing of time, that ego, like a spirit, disappears. You bring everything under control. This is why Kirtan is so important. Glorification of the Lord. Very important. So devotees, I'm not only telling you the ego, I'm telling you how to do it too. And I keep saying, I can't do it for you, you have to do it for yourself. You have to become aware of it and walk in it. You have to get rid of that. Humble yourself. Humility conquers the world. Humble yourself. So this katha, Devi Ma is saying, whoever listens to it will have all difficulties removed, all challenges removed, and success will come their way. Whoever listens to it. Now, I don't have to say with the right attention. That is a given. Whoever listens with the right attitude, right attention, like Dhundhukari, results come immediately. So devotees, this is the power of Devi. Devi Ma can solve all our problems. As in this case, the Devatas, they were revived, so to speak. Their yag was completed. Vishnu Bhagwan was restored. Everything was well for them. So devotees, Devi Katha. So we have lessons from it. Lessons we can take to apply to life, both cosmologically and also metaphysically. And then not only that, but to listen to the Katha, there's a power, great power. And I hope that we all have done the right thing. The power of the Katha will be with us. Devotees, may the blessings of Ma be showered upon all. Tulisi Shakti Jagadamba Mata Ki. All right, we make preparation for the Havan. So while the preparation being made, devotees, let's not just waste time. Right? Simple Kirtan, we glorify Vishnu Bhagwan. In the meantime, simple Kirtanam. Keshava Madhava Jai Deva Madhusudana Netra Kamala Dala Ativa Manohara Keshava Madhava Jai Deva Madhusudana Keshava Madhava Jai Deva Madhusudana Netra Kamala Dala Ativa Manohara Netra Kamala Dala Ativa Manohara Antarayami Prabhu Parameshwara Antarayami प्रभु परमेश्वर। माया मनुष्य वेश लीलाधर। 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 देवा मधुसूदन। जय जय देवा मधुसूदन। बोले श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय। Devotees, we join Punita Marat in our final Havan.
Let's join. Om Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Vigneshwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om. Do light fall in middle. Om Sri Gauri Mata Swaha. Om Sri Prithvi Mata Swaha. Om Namas Chandikaya Swaha. Om Sri Mahalakshmi Mata Swaha. Om Sri Saraswatyaya Namaha Swaha. Om Hrim Shashti Devyai Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Swaha. Om Sri Gayatri Devi Mata Swaha. Om Srim Hrim Klim Vrindavanyai Swaha. Offer. When I say Swaha, offer one time. Om Sri Chausat. Offer it. Right, take up again. Chausat Yogini Devi Mata Swaha. Uma Maheshwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya Swaha. नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः स्वाहा। सूर्यारि नवग्रह देवता स्वाहा। ब्रह्मग्नि देवाय नमः स्वाहा। श्री विष्णु लक्ष्मी माता स्वाहा। श्री शिव पार्वती माता स्वाहा। सूर्य गायत्री देवी माता स्वाहा। ब्रह्मा शारदा माता स्वाहा। ओम श्री रिद्धि सिद्धिदाता स्वाहा। ओम श्री हनुमंताय नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री ग्राम देवता स्वाहा। ओम श्री स्थान देवता स्वाहा। ओम श्री वस्तु देवता स्वाहा। ओम श्री कुल देवता स्वाहा। श्री 33 करोड़ देवता स्वाहा। सर्वदेवता सुरदेवी भ्यो नमः स्वाहा। अनंत स्वरूपाय पार ब्रह्म भ्यो नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा। Please all stand as we take part in Purnahuti, final offering. ओम नमः चंडिकाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ सारिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम नमः शंभवाय च मय भवाय च नमः शंकराय च मयस्कराय च शिवाय च शिवत्राय च। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम पूर्णमिदात् पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णगुं स्वाहा। ओम सर्वपापहरं दिव्यं गांग्यं निर्मलं जलम आचमन्यं च मया दत्तं गृहान् परमेश्वर आचमन्यं समर्पयामि। पोलिस उमापति महादेव की जय, अग्निदेवता की जय।
बोले श्री आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की दिव्य आरती दिवोती। जय अम्बे गौरी मैया। अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी मैया। जय मंगल मूर्ति मैया, जय आनंद करनी। तुमको निषद न यावत हरि ब्रह्म शिव जी। मांग सिंदूर विराजत, तीखो मृग मदखो। उज्ज्वल से नैना, चंद्र वदन नीको। कनक समान कलेवर, रथांबर राजय। रक्त पुष्प गल माला, कंठन पर साजय। के हरि वाहन राजत, खर्ग खपर धारी। सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक, तिनके दुख हारी। कानन कुंडल शोभित, नासाग्री मूर्ति। कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर, समराजत ज्योति। शुंभ निशुंभ विदारे, महिषासुर घाती। धूम्र विलोचन नैना, निषदिन मदमती। चंद मुंद संहारे, शोणित बीज हरे। मधु कैट भृगु मारे, सुर भय हीन करे। ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी, तुम कमल रानी। अगम निगम पखानी, तुम शिव पतरानी। चौसठ योगिनी कहावत, नृत्य करत भैरू। बाजत मृदंगा, और बाजत डमरू। तुम हो जग की माता, तुम ही हो भरता। भक्तन की दुख हरता, सुख संपत्ति करता। भुजाचारी अति शोभित, वरमुद्राधारी। मन वांछित फल पावत, सेवत नर नारी। कंचन थाल विराजत, अगर कपूरपति। श्रीमाल के तुम राजत, कोटि रत्न ज्योति। श्री अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे, कहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे। So that's complete the arati. Let's join as we glorify the name of the divine. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram Ram. अयोध्या वासी श्री रामचंद्र आनंद रूप जय जय राम। कृष्ण मुरारी कुंज विहारी भव दुख हारी जय जय राम। माता यशोदा श्री कृष्ण चंद्र आनंद रूप जय जय राम। हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण जय राम राम राम। जय दुर्गा माता जय दुर्गा माता जय दुर्गा माता जय जय माँ। जय काली माता जय काली माता जय काली माता जय जय माँ। जय काली माता जय काली माता जय काली माता जय जय माँ। जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता जय जय माँ। जय शारदा माता जय शारदा माता जय शारदा माता जय जय माँ। जय शारदा माता जय शारदा माता जय शारदा माता जय जय माँ। जय हनुमंता जय हनुमंता जय हनुमंता महावीरा। जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर बम भोला। जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर बम भोला। हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण जय राम राम राम। हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण जय राम राम राम। शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविधताप निवारण हे विभु। अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां। शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं। शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं। प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं। प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम्। Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalam Garbhaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayatanu Hari. Om Avahanam na janami Visarjanam Pujang Chaiva na janami Chamyatang Parmeshwara Parmeshwari. Om Gacha Gachura Seshta Swasthani Parmeshwara Yata Brahmadayo Devas Tatra Gachutasana. Om Labhasteshang Jayasteshang Kutasteshang Parajaya Yesham Indi Varsham Hridayastu Janardana. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasya Dubhag Bhavet. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Sureshwari Yar Pushitam Maya Devi Paripurnam Tadastumi. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Gachatvam Bhagwan Agni Swasthani Kundam Madhyata Hutam Adaya Devebhya Shigra Dehi Prasidami. Om Brahm Agnaye Namaha. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, आर शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, उदय शाह जगन्नाथ की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की, बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की। Shubhamastu. Blessings to all. Kindly be seated, devotees. And devotees, we say many blessings and thanks to each of you again for having joined us. Katha continues. Remember, we continue until next week, Tuesday, Ram Navami. We finish out around midday time. Monday coming will be Ashtami, and we will be doing Kanya Puja for those of you who would want to do it Monday. So, where 9 little girls are honored as representing 9 forms of Devi. So, Monday coming will be Kanya Puja as we celebrate Durga Ashtami. And also offerings for Durga Ma for those of you who want to do so. Tuesday, yes, we have our conclusion, but Ram Puja, Palna Puja, Ram Navami is on Tuesday. So we'll conclude with Ram Navami. Okay? So you're just advised, so be prepared. You will receive your Arti, Prasad, and Bhojanam will receive downstairs. So kindly, after receiving your Arti, return, go to the downstairs and partake of your meals, receive your prasadam and have a safe journey back home. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow and for the rest of the days as the day continues. Blessings to all devotees.